So I was thinking today that I would go through some of my books because I'm in the mood to make a altered hardcover book junk journal. I'm going to make the altered journal with. I considered this book and I considered this book. However, they just seem too good to actually cut up. And then, because it snowed more than a foot the other day, we're deep in snow, expecting to get more this weekend, I was kind of in the mood for spring, which got me thinking Easter. So, you know what these are going to be here? Altered little golden books for spring and Easter. So, I thought these books were so cool that maybe you guys would like to have a little look-see at them. This one here is the first printing, 1957, and this one's from 1955. The illustrations in this one are excellent. This is the Waring Blender Cookbook. I think that's how you say it, Waring, not sure. I really like this book. The cover feels nice. So it's got those, the cross hatching in it, kind of like linen would have. It's a nice green. That fish is cute. The chicken's cute. Ooh, lobster, my favorite. Got a little cow poking out. This must be the blender in question. To the thousands of Waring Blender users who, over the years, have so generously sent in their own recipes or made suggestions for improving the previous ones, this book is gratefully dedicated. Well, that's nice. There's a little chicken right there. I really like the illustrations in this. It's got the single color. On different pages, it's different colors, but here we have the contents. We have recipes for beverages, spreads and dips, soups, main courses, sauces and relishes, cheese and eggs, vegetable and fruit, salad and salad dressings, breads, waffles, and pancakes, desserts and sauces, marmalades, cakes and cookies, frosting, regional recipes, recipes for men. Oh, that's funny. He meals for he men, for outdoor cooking or any time your guy takes over the galley. That's funny. Special diets and child feeding. Here we have the ABCs of your blender. I just really like the illustrations. Oh, your blender. Let your blender do it. It can grind coffee. It chops vegetables, it can make crumbs, it can smooth gravy, chop nuts, shred coconut, blend herbs. We have some beverages, this nice orange illustrations. It's got the equivalents here. 4 ounces equals half a measuring cup, which equals a small juice glass. 6 ounces equals 3/4 of a measuring cup, which equals a dinner coffee cup. 8 ounces equals 1 measuring cup, which equals a drinking glass. And 12 ounces equals 1.5 measuring cups, which is a tall glass. Well, that's nice to know. Cute little lamb. This is very cute. Salads and salad dressing has the bunny rabbit on it. Also about this book, it has the original sewn in binding. It's not glue. So that's surprising. Let me find those He-Man recipes for when your man takes over the galley. Frosting recipes. Oh, regional recipes. Let me see what they have from New England. Steamed brown bread. Not my favorite. Baked beans. Oh boy, that definitely is one. I'm surprised they don't have chowder in here. You people in the South, you get pecan pie, bourbon balls, hush puppies, and spoon bread. I wonder what spoon bread is. I've never had that. It's made with cornmeal. The Midwest gets uncooked cheesecake, potato pancakes, and out on the range salad. And the West is Texas spaghetti sauce, Western salad dressing. Oh, they put tomato paste in that. And wine barbecue sauce. We also have apricot chiffon pie with Zwieback crust. 3 ounces of Zwieback, 12 pieces. Blend Zwieback into crumbs. Never heard of that. And California port wine, sauce with raisins. Recipes for men. Breathes there a man with soul so dead, who never to himself hath said, I am a born chef. Of course not, and practically any man can learn to cook a few dazzling specialties, particularly if he uses his warring blender. Here are some good masculine recipes for him to try. P.S. They are just as effective made by the lady of the house, too. Now that's funny. Chili corn carne, raisin sauce, brown onion sauce for a crowd, aioli sauce, veal or lamb curry, baked sausage omelet. Okay. We have some child feeding ideas for mixing formula, make your own baby food, chicken, beef, and liver. And then the index of all the recipes. Here's the back cover. Printed in the USA. Oh, there's some cottage cheese. I just thought you guys would like this book. It's really cute. I'm putting it in my Etsy shop. And if nobody buys it, then I will cut it up and make it into a journal, but it just seemed too cute to do that. Okay, so then I thought, well, maybe I'll cut up this book. I like this book, The Texas Rangers. It's got a nice spine, nice textured cover here. I got to looking at it. I don't care for this part right here. This piece of paper is glued on there. I don't think it came that way. I got to looking at it as I was contemplating cutting it up, and I discovered that it's a first printing, I think. Well, it says first printing, 1957. So then it seemed like this was too good to cut up. So I didn't. So maybe you want to take a little look at this. We'll look at this real quick. All right, the Texas Rangers. It's got this nice blue and red decoration across the front here. I really like that. Like I said, this piece is glued on. Not a big fan of that, but whatever. The Texas Rangers by Will Henry, illustrated by Charles Banks Wilson. Random House, New York. This is an ex-library book. I think that's why that's on there in the front. First printing, copyright 1957. Now this is really cute. There's a little part in here. This is a true story of the most feared and famous organization of frontier fighters for law and order in American history. The events depicted herein are taken from actual Ranger records. Some minor details and descriptions have had to be supplied by the author, since many of the official records of the force prior to the Civil War were destroyed by fires. The essential facts are faithful to the heroic memories of the gallant officers and men of the Texas Rangers who created them. It's kind of cute. The Four Horsemen of the Far West. This has very simple illustrations every so often, and once in a while there might be a colored one, like colored in brown, like this. Rangers were a special body of irregular troops. The the day the Rangers stayed away. Colonel Carnes and the Council House fight. There's one of those brown illustrations again. I like this book. It's a kid's book, but I like it. The text is large, so those of us that wear glasses will have no problem reading it. It has some quotes here. Here's a quote by A.E. Trombley. Bigfoot Wallace and the Black Bean. The Rangers win the Mexican War. There is one little imperfection to this book. There's like a marker mark right here on page 117. Sam Bass and his gang held up train after train. Have an index here in the back. And here's how you can see that it was ex-library book. I do like this book, so this also will be available in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested. Again, if it sits too long, I'm going to turn it into a journal. I just thought you guys would like these. They're pretty interesting. I like books, so they're interesting to me. Now this one here is the one that I decided I landed on to make my next altered book. Right now it has the dust jacket on it, but I'm going to pop that off. It's an ex-school book. I like the blue, I like the bears, I like this texture of this. It's got a little bit of water stain or tape. Oh, that's tape, but we're not worried about that. There's the back. So let's take a look at this one. This one's The Moon of the Bears by Jean Craighead George, illustrated by Mac Shepard. Like I said, I really like this because I like the cover. I like that. I'm going to do some decorating to it, but I'm going to try to keep this illustration here. Hannaford School Library, East Greenwich, Rhode Island. It's where I'm from, Rhode Island. Crowell, $131.68, $2.96. That's funny. The Moon of the Bears. Oh, it looks like it's black and white illustrations. 1967. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to try to use some of these pages over again, or at least some of it, cut it out for the inside. But I am going to turn this into a nice little altered book junk journal. Yeah, see how it's winter. Bears are good. Bears are good in the winter because they're taking their naps. Here she is pushing back some of the snow. There's doves. Snowy winter. Yeah, this is the perfect one. There's a raccoon. This is the perfect one for me to make my next. I really love these illustrations. They're so pretty. For me to make my next junk journal out of. It would be nice if I could, like I do with the little golden books, if I could salvage the pages, the actual signatures, but I think they're glued together. I think it's glued together, not with paper, so I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to have to split the pages up and cut them up that way. So be on the lookout for this one. That's the next altered book I'm going to work on. Now, like I said, as I was going through my book pile with Easter and spring coming up, I've pulled some little golden books that I'm going to alter. So you can keep an eye out for those as well. The Ugly Duckling. When Bunny Grows Up. Somebody has put tape around this, but that's okay. And Prayers for Children. We'll take a quick flip through these three. The Ugly Duckling. That would make a nice spring one. Oh good, no writing inside the cover. It's fairly new. Well, it's still vintage, but it's 1995. Nice. Now when I make altered little golden books, I typically keep the story intact and I just insert alternate pages within the story so that you can journal and do your junk journaling. But I keep the story in order. That's very cute. Oh, little kitty. Swans, beautiful. Looks like I'm gonna have to find some swan paper. No marks in this one. So that's one junk journal that I'm gonna make. Here's another one. When Bunny Grows Up. This one has some tape. Somebody's taped along the edges of it, but that's all right, doesn't bother me. Again, we have no writing on the front cover. This one's with Richard Scarry as the illustrator, so that's nice. When Bunny Grows Up. It's very cute. This will be great for Easter. The Cabbage and Carrot Express. Do you ever read Uncle Wiggily books? He's a good bunny book. I have a couple of those, but they're more sentimental from when I was younger. Not something I'd be cutting up. But if I was to find an Uncle Wiggily book, or if somebody sent me an Uncle Wiggily book, I would definitely turn it into a journal. That would be fun. Another one with no writing in it, so that's a plus. And the final one that I'm going to do for Easter, little golden book, Prayers for Children. This one's pretty muted here. I think it's going to be an old one. No writing once again. Yeehaw. Oh, this is a real pretty one. 1974. Oh, this one's beautiful. The pages are very, very fragile. These are all little prayers. This one's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Some of them are not labeled. Anonymous, Mary Duncan, Betham Edwards, Thomas Pollock, Mary Dixon Thayer. Who illustrated this? Pictures, Eloise Wilkin. Oh yeah, she's good. Mary Dixon Thayer wrote that one. These are very nice. Oh, we even have a little song in the back, and there's some marking on the page and some marking in the back. So anyway, if you're interested in seeing any of these, check out my Etsy shop. These two right here are listed right now. This one is the next one I'm going to be working on, and keep your eye open for these three come Easter and spring. Thank you.